What's going on, Aquarius? I hope you are doing super well. This is the Autistic Mystic, and this is going to be a reading for March 7th to the 13th, 2022. So in this reading, Aquarius, we're going to take a look at your overall general energy for the upcoming week. We're going to take a look at some things you do not see coming for the upcoming week, and we're also going to close off the reading by getting some messages from your angels and spirit guides for the upcoming week. So you're all definitely very welcome here, Aquarius, in this space with me as we go through the reading. I appreciate all of you being here. If you find this reading resonates with you, definitely like the video, subscribe if you haven't already for future updates. But I appreciate you guys, and let's go ahead and pull the energy and see what wants to come through for you. As always, I would like to thank the angels, the interdimensional beings, and the spirit guides who are overseeing this act of divination for the sign of Aquarius. Let's see what we got going on here for you, Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius, let's go ahead and crack into this reading for you. So, in your overall general energy here for the 7th to the 13th, you have the Six of Swords, the Two of Wands, and also the Justice card. So a lot of you could be dealing with a complication when it comes to a significant relationship here, right? The Two of Wands here in your overall energy, the number 2 is significant because it points to a partnership, right? The number 2. So you may be dealing with this overall general energy situation, maybe causing you to retreat from an individual this week. I do sense Aquarius, it's almost like some of you could be in a back and forth, like on and off relationship with someone, and right now at this moment in time, you're almost going to pull your energy away because of some sort of event that has occurred that may give you information. So the Six of Swords to the Justice card in your overall general energy, it almost may mean that you've been violated in some way, and you need to restore justice by simply assessing what has occurred between you and an individual or something in your life here, to where you restore justice by kind of pulling your energy back, because in what you don't see coming, the centerpiece to our reading is the Hermit here. So I see you kind of pulling your energy out of something this week, if that makes sense. And for a lot of you, it is going to be a relationship. But now, I kind of get this feeling, Aquarius, like a lot of you are telling yourself, I'm done with this person. I'm not going back to this person ever. To be honest, though, I don't think it's completely over between the two of you in that sense. I feel like there may be an opportunity to kind of turn this around. Now, for others of you, it might turn out a different way, wherein someone new may be coming in to restore justice for you, depending on your situation. We're going to get clarity on that. We're going to clarify in a second up top, but let's move here to what you do not see coming, Aquarius, for this week. You have the Nine of Swords, the Hermit, and also the Ace of Wands. So there is a kind of balancing force in your reality here, where it's kind of one extreme and another, that's going to cause you to just be like, oh my God, I need to take time out for myself. The Nine of Swords here, right underneath the Six of Swords, some of you could get information about someone that causes you to be very upset and therefore cause you to disconnect, right? Go into that Hermit energy. Now, for others of you, though, I do sense that, and this is going to be a select few of you. I don't want you to all think this is your story, but you know it deep down. For some of you, there could be a situation where you're in some sort of long-term commitment with someone who doesn't really treat you right. They kind of think that they own you and they could treat you however, and you're never going to leave them. Or there could be a situation similar to that where it's almost like there's justice that is served with the Ace of Wands to the Justice card, like where you either, you find some sort of passion that lights you up, some sort of spark where you're able to disconnect from someone and not feel trapped in their energy. Now, this could be through a person coming into your life, like another lover comes in and restores justice, right? The Ace of Wands to the Justice card, that's very possible here. Or it could simply be you finding another route, not via a person, but something that, like, it brings happiness into your life. Because, it's almost like the classical slingshot analogy, Aquarius. That it's like, there's a guy called Bashar who talks about this. It's like, metaphysically speaking, when you have a slingshot, the further you pull that slingshot back, it's almost like the analogy is going back into your shadow. Something upsetting happens. When you pull that energy back, when you finally let go, that much further you will fly into the light. You'll experience some sort of counterbalance to that negativity with this Ace of Wands. So be prepared for that. Some sort of, it's not even like an escape valve, Aquarius. It's you actually, the universe restoring justice to your situation with a person or with some sort of creative idea that really does bring you happiness. Aquarius, the advice from your spirit guides are the Seven of Pentacles to also the Sun card. So whatever's coming in here, whether this be a person, or a creative idea, or some way to expand your business or your work or what you love to do. It's almost like the universe is saying that you're going to have positive karma. The Seven of Pentacles, someone could come in who's very wealthy and kind of restore harmony in that way. Or you could, fall in love with some sort of activity that then later down the road it leads to financial abundance because it makes you happy, but also because you've put in a lot of work already. So it's like this feeling of like owning your life. You also have the Four of Cups though, Aquarius, in the advice from your spirit guide. So I think this is, an opportunity to really focus on yourself. And some of you may be tempted to go with someone else, but maybe you have to ask yourself the question, what do I really need to do with my time? But for a lot of you, I do think you should do that. It's just so more cautionary about, I think when you pull your energy out of the situation, the person that you're dealing with is going to feel it and they're going to try to like get you back. You may really have to commit to this hermit energy and really take time out for yourself to assess what has happened. Because remember, the very first thing that came out of my mouth in this reading, Aquarius, is that you got some sort of information that then caused you to retreat. There's almost like the universe is testing you, where it's like you can own your power and really sit with this, or you can just, forgive someone even though you don't really forgive them. And it's important to forgive someone when you're ready, not when you think you should, right, Aquarius? But let's go ahead and move on to the clarification portion of this reading. I hope that you are resonating with it. Let's go ahead and clarify why the Six of Swords is here for you in the overall energy, Aquarius, and see what wants to come through. Why is the Six of Swords here for Aquarius? Okay, yeah, leaving a burden behind you. You really can't make that up, Aquarius. We're going to take one more, but that's literally the Six of Swords. So this very well could be a relationship that's burdening you, someone that just did something that caused you to disconnect from them, or someone burdening you that causes you to move to calmer waters, go within, plot in a dark room what your future is going to look like. Because your reading is really all over the place here. But you have it's interesting, you have the Four of Cups now again. You have two repeating messages, the Four of Cups and the Six of Swords. So this is an energy of disconnection that keeps repeating for you. Like tuning in, tuning everyone out, like being able to take time out for yourself. And that may mean disconnecting from someone in love, even if it means like if you're in a committed relationship and you have to temporarily disconnect, you may have to do that. Or for some of you, it's going to be a permanent one. You have to know your situation. It's going to be this is a general reading, so I can't hit it 100p for all of you, but you know what the energy is saying for you. Let's also go ahead and clarify why this Justice card is here in your overall general energy, Aquarius, for the 7th to the 13th. Why is the Justice card here? Could also say, do the right thing. If someone screwed you over and you have to leave a situation, maybe don't do anything that you would regret later. Don't act on emotion here, right? Because some of you, it may be that you need to cool yourself down, especially if you're very fiery, Aquarius, which some of you can very well be. Okay, so the Justice card is clarified by the Maturity card. For some of you who have a new person coming in, I think you're dealing with someone who's very more mature than this person, potentially. But for a lot of you here, it's almost like you chose to bring this karma to yourself by just being very mature and letting karma do the work. It's almost like you don't have to, if someone screwed you over, you need to take time out for yourself. Like, you're being very mature. Once again, this is also another opportunity to be mature and to not act on emotion or like tell someone off here, Aquarius. If you have to disconnect in any sort of regard, because that's the theme here. It's also like learning how to handle the situation, like it shows you that you have everything you need to create what you want as well, that card, the Ace of Pentacles. So now you have two aces here. So there certainly is a theme of like the old exiting your life, new coming in. Let's go ahead and move on to what you don't see coming. Let's see why this Nine of Swords is here. Why is this Nine of Swords? Very intriguing center row for you. A lot going on. I think it means different things for different of you, but let's go ahead and see. Why is the Nine of Swords here for Aquarius? Okay, the Nine of Swords is clarified, Aquarius, by the Beyond Illusion card. So very likely that like someone could have been lying to you, someone could have been playing you, and you knew it, but you finally called them out on it, and you finally have the courage to disconnect from someone who's been treating you poorly. Beyond Illusion is once again, it's similar to the Tuning In card, like starting to really admit to yourself how much a burden is in your life, or some sort of burden that you need to move away from, that you can't no longer deny it. There's so much pain involved with this thing that it's going to force you to make a movement and let it go, potentially restore justice in your life, because you can't go back. It's almost like the spiritual path. Like once you start a spiritual awakening, Aquarius, you can't ever get off of it. It just deepens and deepens, and so your awareness about a certain situation you need to disconnect from is only increasing, and so you have less of a problem going into that Hermit energy because of the severity of that download for a lot of you. Let's also clarify, why is the Hermit card here in your centerpiece to your reading? Okay, so you have the Success card. This could be something that's required for you. Disconnecting is going to lead to success. You know what they say about success? Classic little definition here, Hermit to the Six of Wands, is that success is really less about what you say yes to in life, Aquarius, and it's really about what you say no to in life, okay? What you retreat from, okay? Because, like, things are thrown at you. It's very easy to get sucked into the illusion of the external reality and just get seduced by it and fall into patterns that don't really serve you. True success is earned by those who disconnect from things that no longer serve them, even if they're judged negatively by others, and really act on something that would fulfill you for its own sake, because we only have so much time on this planet, Aquarius, and if you're staying stuck in a situation that you know is no longer good for you, that's the type of shit that leads to very bad things, So it's like, get out or change your life, now, restore justice. It's up for you to claim this. Let's also clarify this Ace of Wands in your what you don't see coming. Why is this Ace of Wands here for Aquarius? You have the Ten of Cups, Harmony, popping out, but we're going to pull the energy a little bit more. Why is the Ace of Wands here for Aquarius? Last one, why is the Ace of Wands here? Okay, the Ace of Wands is clarified by the Creativity card here, Aquarius. Okay, so this is definitely some sort of creative idea that's going to come to you when you allow yourself to go within and see beyond the illusion and give your time out for yourself. And this is going to be something that could pay off in the physical realm. This also could be, like you have the Empress card here, right? So this could be something to do with a lover coming in, like a very big attraction, like almost someone you could have children with. I'm not even kidding here. Because you also have the Ten of Cups almost pop out, Aquarius. So there is a shift, but it all starts with you having I guess you could say, the balls to take that Six of Swords energy and admit to yourself some sort of incompatibility and disconnect, okay, Aquarius? So that's the name of the game for you. Now, how you're going to go about doing that is very unique to your specific situation. But it is a theme. So that is the step that you need to do here, Aquarius. With that being said, I'm actually going to conclude this reading for this week coming ahead. The advice is to choose happiness, but if you want more information on this situation or your life in general, feel free to book a personal reading with me, Aquarius. You can find all the information on that in the description box underneath this video. It's always such an honor and a pleasure to work one-on-one with you guys and channel these messages even more detail-oriented. But either way, I'll talk to you next week. Hope you enjoy this reading and have a great day or night wherever you are, Aquarius.